Hey guys, this is Zenith Darksky here with another video on Bleeding Edge. The beta is almost up for this weekend. They extended it by 24 hours, which is fantastic. Good on you guys there were some issues early on in the game, and they fixed some of those issues, but they went ahead and extended the beta too, I'm sure, for that, and also to test their servers more as well. They patched out a bunch of stuff, a bunch of things that people were having problems with from the first beta. I guess you guys better get ready to hit that dislike button again. And here's the thing, I want to say this before we get any further in this. I want to say, I see you guys hitting the dislike button. I get it. I understand 100%. You don't agree with the points and stuff like that. I can't hate on you for hitting the dislike button. I hit dislike button on things I hit, or on videos I don't like and stuff like that, or I don't agree with. I get it. I really do. I know some of you are out there like, well, this is a beta. Why would you review a beta? Blah, blah, blah. I don't think a lot of casual players of video game betas understand betas are for the feedback. They need to be reviewed. The reason for a beta is to understand, does the game function properly? Does the game have problems? And, you know, that kind of stuff. They're looking for that feedback. A negative beta isn't a bad thing. If I hate on this beta, which I'm not completely hating on it, then it's a bad thing. But I want the game to succeed. That's why I'm giving my feedback and calling it a review. So now that we're done there, now that we've covered that really quick, I just wanted to hit the haters before we get the haters here. You know, hit them before you get them. I guess getting haters is a good thing. I guess it means I'm doing okay. I've also noticed 90% of you guys, over 90% of my viewers right now, are not subbed to the channel. So be sure to hit that sub button, guys, at the end of the video or right now or whatever, if you're enjoying the Bleeding Edge content, because plenty more is going to come on the way. Having said that, the games that you're going to see on the channel in the future from this beta are probably pretty bad. I played really awful this beta, and there's some issues that I had with the game throughout this beta that caused me to play very awful. And I mean, you guys have seen some of my games before. I'm not the worst player. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not the shroud of this game. I'm just not the worst player, and for some reason there's some issues with the game, and we're going to cover those issues in this video. To cap off my introduction, this is the Bleeding Edge final beta review. Please listen to me, because a lot of the complaints I'm about to say are not just me. I've looked in the Discord, across the Reddit, and across the forums. These are issues a lot of people are having, not just me. So before you hate on just me, get in the comments and call out whoever's saying this, I don't like that, or blah, blah, blah. You can call out whatever you want. But just do it in the comments where you can say, hey, I didn't agree with this point, and whoever else agrees with that point, I don't agree with them. I get it. None of these problems, I can tell you right now, not a single problem that I have listed here on my notepad, not a single problem. It's just my problem. First of all, time to kill in the game is still too long. TTK, you hear that a lot on Call of Duty and other shooters and MOBAs and blah, blah, blah. Time to kill is an important feature in the game. How fast does it take to kill somebody? Call of Duty, super quick time to kill. Battlefield, longer time to kill. People do time to kill differently, and that's kind of their thing. It's usually a stylistic choice. We want our game harder, we want our game more casual, blah, blah, blah. Time to kill in this game is way too long, guys. Way too long. I'm sorry that that's bright on my face right there, making me, I'm an angel from like right here, guys. And I'm not just talking about time to kill in general. I'm saying if I take a daemon and I fight a Nidhogger with daemon, or I fight another daemon, it's too long to kill that person solo. I know, immediately everyone's first reaction is, oh, well, this game's a team game. You're not meant to do that. It's a team game. I want you to understand, guys, I've been playing competitive games for a very, very long time. I'm not a pro, but I've been playing them for a very long time. I know what makes them work. I know what the idea of the game is. I get it. I see you. But here's the problem. You play League of Legends. You have a team of so many players, depending on whatever game mode you're playing. 4v4, 5v5, 3v3s. Or here's what League of Legends does right. As a MOBA. In this game, it comes from a MOBA. I know a lot of people out there still thinking the Overwatch thing. This game's not related to Overwatch, besides the different team abilities. But guess what? MOBAs do that too. League of Legends has these characters and stuff like that. And it's a pretty balanced game. It stays pretty balanced most of the time. If one player gets away from their team, or they're by themselves on this lane fighting, you know, this guy in this lane as well. If they run too much into the other guy's territory or anything like that, if they feed by accident, even if it's intentional, it's intentional, but if it's by accident, it's by accident. If they're accidentally running in there and they really think they can get that kill and they can't, they get punished for it. They die. They die quickly. The only time that I figured out like that this wasn't the case is I'm a zero cool main. If I ran off by myself, I did get punished. I can safely say that, and so that's good that they fixed it a little bit. And I try not to go off by myself unless their team just singles me out or something and there's nothing I can do, which is another problem we're going to get to in a minute here. For the most part, The time to kill is way too long. If one player gets over here and gets way too far away, it's so hard to chase that person and kill them. It is so hard, no matter what player you are. No matter what character you are, unless they're just bad at running. But say it's a good team, you know, these examples generally are if it's a good team versus another good team, a good player versus another good player, and they're trying to chase them down, it's so hard to punish that person for going off solo, and it should not be so hard. Time to kill needs to be lessened. I don't care if they buff all the damage by 10-20%, or if they nerf all the health by 100 health each. Time to kill needs to be changed. And I've heard people, I've seen people on Discord, I'm not going to name any names, I've seen people on Discord being like, well, if your party kills that solo player, then, or that solo person, then the team TTK is fine. Yeah, if your team does it, then good, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. If the team can punish somebody by themselves, that's cool. You shouldn't need a whole team to punish one player. TTK needs to be fixed. Sorry guys, let me reiterate, this is not me hating on the game. These are things that need to be fixed in order for this game to do well. Casual players, if you don't agree, I'm sorry. I'm talking more to the competitive fan base, because this is a competitive brawler style game. That's how they're labeling this game. It's competitive. They're saying themselves it's a competitive fighting game. To be competitive, you've got to hit these points, okay? And I want it to succeed. Truly I do. I need to keep reiterating that. Nothing but heals should penetrate Zero Cool's wall. Oh my god. Look, I'm fine with Damon being able to jump over it. I'm fine with players that walk around the edges, you know. If I place the wall bad, I get it. That's fine. If your team member gets walled off and they're by themselves getting teamed up on by the team or something, by the other team over here, and Zero Cool comes up to the wall and it's the other Zero Cool's wall and he's healing through it, that's fine. Any attack should not go through the wall. I've been next to my own wall when I walled it up before. Nidhogger still slashed through it before. Damon's shuriken have been thrown at me through the wall and killed me just because I managed to wall him off with a little bit of health left to try to escape. Zero Cool's wall needs to be buffed. I understand that they're trying to balance it in some way. Healing and Damon being able to climb over the wall is enough of a balance. You should not have to balance the wall, or I should not have to wall off a gizmo that's chasing me, pursuing me, and it's a good wall. She can't get around it or anything. She should not be able to shoot through that wall and finish me off. No, it shouldn't happen. It happened a lot in this beta. People are playing smart. People are playing good, and that's a good thing. I kept getting bad teams that would not protect the healer, and that's understandable. Some people just don't understand it. Some people are playing for a casual experience. It's fine. I'm not so mad about that. I wish they would focus a little bit more on healing, on supporting their healer, supporting their support so that they can get the support they need. You're going to have that in any game, Overwatch or anything. You're going to have people that don't protect their support players. It's always going to happen. I don't know how many times I got singled out by the enemy team, pushed away from my team or whatever, because my team wasn't protecting me. They're focused on one person over here, and so their team's focused on me, and they wouldn't do anything to help me or whatever, so I had to run. I had to go away from my team or do whatever, you know, because I can't curve around to the team, because just going to curve into the enemy team, they're going to kill me, you know, so I had to run away. And when I run away, and I finally wall the team off, and I can get away, Gizmo, or Damon, or Maeve, somebody kills me. Somebody attacks the wall. Abilities should not be able to go through Zero Cool's wall. Never. Healing, maybe. Damon climbing over the wall, fine. Other abilities should not be able to go through the wall ever. I'm done with it. That's it. That's the end of that point. They should not. That's it. Damon, the mod that gives him like permanent invisibility, take it out. Don't fix it. Don't rework it. His invisibility should not, no, that should not happen. I don't know what the mod's called. I don't play Damon that often, but I know of its existence. Another player told me about it because I was like, why is Damon always invisible? And he told me about it. Damon should not be able to collect all those fucking things and go to a point on the opposite side of the map, because that's where the other one is, and put that there. Because if you're constantly having to worry about where Damon is, it's just no fun having to worry where that one fucking player is, and just because you can't see him. A little invisibility is fine, and if you can get away and get down there, then that's fine. There's nothing to do. There's no counter for it. He's invisible permanently. That's not a thing. That's a hack. That should not happen. Final play cam is bad. It's just kind of bad. Plays the same things over and over again a lot of times. Sometimes they're shaky and weird camera angles. It's a beta. I get it. Remember, guys, this is a beta. All these things could be fixed. This isn't me saying Bleeding Edge sucks because of this. These things need to be fixed. Final play cam does definitely need to be fixed, but that doesn't really factor into the gameplay, so I'm fine. The gizmo and the ranged aiming system, I get it that they want it to be crossplay. I really do. And I'm playing on PC, and I know that that's probably not their target audience with the game. So let me preface what I'm about to say with that. You want to have a good competitive game, your game will probably die, especially if it's one like this, if it doesn't have more PC support. The aiming for ranged characters should not be locked on. Like I said, with Zero Cool, just because Gizmo's locked onto me and can shoot through my fucking wall and I'm trying to run away, I get finished. But it feels like Zero Cool does not shoot as far as like Gizmo does. If you're gonna have ranged characters and they lock on and shit like that, you should at least all have them all at the same range cut off. Gizmo and the ranged aiming system entirely is skill shotting system, especially skill shots, because skill shots can be locked on console where like they lock on a little bit and you can do the skill shot on this character, or you El Bastardo, you jump on this character or whatever because it's locked on the person or whatever. Stop. No locking on. I get that you're catering to the controller players with that. If you have to stop it being crossplay, then stop it being crossplay. Stop the auto aiming. Stop the lock on system. That's not skilled. That's not how you play with skill. Having something aim for you is not skill. I play Call of Duty, no aim assist with controller. If I kill people, it's because I had the skill to aim with that right stick just right. And I knew just how far to move it. I'm not saying fix that on every game, like Call of Duty, take out aim assist and blah blah blah. I don't care that much. Or at least have the ability to turn off crossplay in the game. That way you don't have to worry about aim assist. A way to choose what peripherals you're playing with, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare does. That way if I don't want to play with people that get that auto aim, I don't have to. But for keyboard and mouse, if they do that, make sure keyboard and mouse does not auto aim. It should be skill on mouse and keyboard. It should be skill aiming. At first I thought it was okay. It's bullshit. A lot of other people agree. Don't do it. No more. These are things if they want the game to survive as a competitive game. Now don't get me wrong, it is a fun game to play very, very casually, 100%. But if they want the game to succeed on a competitive level and do good on a competitive level, which I don't know, maybe they don't want to do that. Because they've obviously talked about the fact that they don't have a ranked system for it yet. They're just looking into it. And they'll look into it if people want it. People want it. Ninja Theory, people want a ranked system in this game. But you have to do the right things to make this a good competitive game. And so far, not looking good with some of the stuff. The game is way too focused on casual players. Way too focused on controller players. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not one of the guys that's like PC Master Race, console for casuals, blah blah blah. I play everything, dude. I have Xboxes, I have PlayStations, I have a Switch right here. I've streamed games from all these systems. I love console games, and I still, even though I'm a PC player, till the day I die, I'll keep playing console games, or until they stop making them. I'm not saying console players are casual. By targeting the console people, you might be making the game a little too casual. You're not making it skillful or anything. You need to focus on that for sure. Allow higher FPS, even if it's on console. Allow higher FPS than 60, because if an Xbox can run this, Xbox One X can run this game, or Series X can run this game, and if they have a TV that can run that as well, then allow them higher FPS. Same for PCs. Most PCs are going to be able to run this game higher FPS than 60. Lag, they fixed the servers, they tried to do more work on the servers this time around, I could tell. But for me personally, lag was worse than before. The higher FPS is a pet peeve amongst a lot of PC players. You don't have to do it, but we'd like you to. There's some of these things aren't absolutely necessary. The final play cam thing, it's not a deal breaker. The deal breakers is TTK, Zero Cool's wall for me personally. That's a personal opinion. Zero Cool's wall for me. The permanent invisibility and just focusing too much on casual players. They need to fix these things for sure. I know this is a longer, rambly video, and I can already see the comments coming, well, it's a beta, it's just a beta, it's just a beta, bro, it's just a beta. Yeah, this is my feedback for the beta. Fuck off. I still want the game to succeed. I still love the game. It's still a fantastic game. It was way more fun this time because they fixed some of the rewards and progression things. It was still more rewarding and everything. It kept me coming back longer. You know what? I'll quote somebody I saw in Discord. I can only see myself playing this game for about a week, put about 50 hours into it over a week, and then I'm done. And that's the way it is for me too. You're gonna run out of mods too quick. What are you gonna do? Put out an update with new mods every week? Eventually you've got a mod for everything, and there's just no way to balance it. You can't do that. Skins, stuff like that, need to be heavy in the rewards. A lot of skins, a lot of emotes, a lot of tags, sprays, voice lines, whatever you need to do to make the game more rewarding and on top of a ranked system, you need to do it. Otherwise, your game's going to live maybe a month at the most with a big player base, and it's going to have a small-ass player base for the rest. These are things from other people in the community as well. We just want to see these things fixed. We all want to see the game succeed. We all want to play the game because it is a fun game. The aesthetic is very nice. It's still my wallpaper right now on my PC. I love everything about the game except for actually playing the game past like 5 hours. And I know I sound kind of mean and everything with this, but I'm not. I don't mean it from a place of hatred or anger or anything like that. I want the game to succeed, and I'm glad you guys are so passionate to try to defend the game. I love it. That's fantastic, dude. I love you guys. It's a beta, it needs feedback. The game definitely needs changes before it comes out. They focused way too much on team play, on a unified team, a good team versus another good team. They focused way too much on it versus there's no way to punish bad players you come up against or just players that make mistakes. Skill-based games don't need to be forgiving. I think that's what they were going for. Like, we'll make it kind of easy to get away so that it's a little bit more forgiving in case the casual players do run away or, you know, do kind of get out by themselves and want to run back to the team. No, don't do that. They need to learn their lesson. If it's too hard of a game for them, it's too hard of a game. Focus on the skill-based and competitive people that want this game to succeed, not the casuals. Please listen. They've been really good about listening to feedback so far. Hopefully they'll continue to listen to our feedback and they'll continue to listen to these things. Be sure to share this around to the community so that even if they hate on me, Ninja Theory still hears some of the complaints that people are saying, because again, these are things everybody's saying, not just me. Be sure to give it a thumbs up so it'll pop up higher when people search the videos or when Ninja Theory is looking for videos and stuff like that too. Leave a comment on what you think about the beta yourself. If you disagree and you think the game is fun, leave a comment, dude. I'm good about replying. I reply on Reddit, I reply on YouTube, I reply on everything. If you want to see more Bleeding Edge content, want to see how this stuff progresses or the development progresses or anything like that, want to see more gameplay of the video or anything like that, be sure to sub to the channel, because 92% of you, I think around 92% of my total views aren't subbed to me, because I'm full-time right now, no job. This is what I do. Hit that sub button and I'll appreciate it more than you know. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys appreciated this video. I appreciate all you guys, negative and positive. I appreciate it either way, and I'll see you guys in the next one.